What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the Rush Dimension. I'm bringing you a Phantom Knights deck profile. Pre King's Court, the deck will change as soon as King's Court gets to us or our local stores, but I thought I'll do this profile just to illustrate the cards that I played before, or exactly pre the new releases. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Right, so everyone else plays the standard triple Torn Scales, triple Boots, double Ancient Cloak, one Gloves, one Greaves. I've seen some guys play the 3 Ancient Cloak. I just chose to stick with 2. I preferred the extensions over the Phantom Knight names. Try and brick less with too many Phantom Knight names in hand. So those are just the Phantom Knights that I played. Then for the additional starter, I played the 3 Tour Guide. For the targets for the Tour Guide, I had the 1 Graf, 1 Seer and 1 Sangan. The reason I went for Sangan, I actually stole this from Andres Torres. You use the Sangan when you link the Sangan off, you add a hand trap. It's quite nerve-wracking once you know what you play against, and you add a Droll against the Drytron and they just lose their shit. So that was just the basic new starters that I opted to play. Further extensions was the Kagemusha Knight to chain block the Tour Guide, and I also played, which is politically incorrect, triple Psychic Wielder, but I'll explain that when I get to the extra deck. And then of course the 1 Jackalope, 1 Danger Chucky, just for extra draw, extra extension. I wish these would come back to 3. It will just make the deck that much better. Straight into hand traps. Get these out the way. Straight into the hand traps, we have the triple Ash Blossom and triple Ghost. Just the best generic hand traps currently. Did not know you can use Ghost Spell to kill a Gamma in hand. That was something new that I learned the other day. Something to think about when going into your plays and need something to go off. You can use the Ghost Spell because the Gamma states from deck or grave, so you can actually use this to stop the card in hand. Then for the traps, I played the 3 standard triple Fogblade. I played extra the 1 Phantom Knight Sword. The reason for this is just to have another name for Monster Reborn effect in the grave, and you can also attach this to the Appaloosa to give an additional 800 for an additional negate depending on your board state or what you are playing against. And then obviously the 1 Shade Brigandine. I'm not playing the Dragoon package in this version. I tried to get as many bricks out of the deck as possible, and even then you still brick, so we'll see what happens after King's Court. For the spells, I'm playing the Emergency Teleport for the Wielders, Reinforcements of the Army, Foolish Burial on the 1 rank up spell. This will most probably fall out once the King's Court comes, but I'll see if I can, depending on how I feel about which combos need to stay in. But that's pretty much for the spells. Going into the extra deck, we have the 1 Cherubini, the Phantom Knight of the Burning Abyss. Brilliant card. Any level 3 / rank 3 deck should be running this. If you don't run this, then you're doing something wrong. The Rusty Bardish, being able to float back from any of the swords in grave is just ridiculous. And then I chose, with the additional extenders going in second, I chose the Nightmare package. So far worked pretty well. This never comes up really, but these two mostly in the last few duels that has been happening. But just added this in just to have another name for something to, if it comes up then you can use it. And then for the OTK button, Boral Sword, this can be an access code. I just chose this because you usually have enough monsters flying in to be able to use this if you don't just end the game with the cards that are on board. And then Appaloosa, to stop the Nibiru in hand, you'll stop the hand traps, and then to annoy Drytron players. For the Exceeds, I played the 2 Break Sword, 1 Levine Sea Dragon. I played 2 of this for the longest part. Ended up cutting 1 for the Redoer because the second one just never came up, but this will change into the second Legionnaire as soon as the King's Court profile is uploaded, just to have as many rank 3s to be able to pull off the Draco Future plate. And I also played the one Evil Sworn Nightmare for in case they break your board and you just so happen to need something else to continue playing, and you use this. Then obviously the Dark Rebellion and the Dark Requiem for your first turn board, and it's ridiculous. And then the reason why I chose to run the 3 Psychic Wielders, because it's the tuner of choice. I chose, also politically incorrect, I chose to run the Metaphys Horus over Coral Dragon, because this can be chain blocked using the effect of the Psychic Wielder. The idea was to, on summon, not give them the chance to negate both effects. So in the retro we had the Coral Dragon use its effect. So the effect will activate in grey from the wielder, they negate it, and then you use the effect of Coral Dragon to discard, which is awesome, but then they negate that, and then you're stuck with just that monster. So my idea was throwing this on the field, then chain blocking the 2, so that you still bait out both negates, but at least one of them will go through. So that was my thinking of this. I haven't play tested this too much, but it's done its job, the reason why I have this card. And then my side deck choices, I chose to run the 3 Artifact Lancier. I never banish the swords in my opponent's turn. This worked out for me. Triple Droll for the Tritrons to work on their nerves. I had the Dark Looter no more. Don't know why I played this card. This is stupid. Played this, switched off the board, can't put enough on the board to break through the cards. So then when you end your turn, then you not only did you do the damage, not do the damage, but they still have enough on field to continue playing. So this might change coming into the next list. And then Twin Twister, I actually opted to play the Slasher. Can't remember the name. It's the monster that special summon, discard up to 2 cards, and that one worked out a lot better. But this playing into the Prank Kids games was the best choice so far. And then triple evenly, because this deck dies to most back row decks, most established fields. So the evenly matched kind of helped with that going forward. And that is it for today, guys. Please like and subscribe. Please comment your thoughts, and we'll see you next time.